right, fellas. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Talk Podcast. Today in the studio we have Ignacio Bucio, better known as Nacho, my boy Nacho. Big boy from Bakersfield, local now. You said you were born and raised in Oxnard. Moved to Bakersfield, big-time bodybuilder. Recently became an entrepreneur not too long ago. You've waited tables. You've done it all. What's going on, bro?
What's up, bro? How's it going? First off, thank you for having me. It's definitely a pleasure and an honor to be here, man. So I know we've been trying to set this up for a while. Kind of lagged on me, but it's okay.
It takes a little while, man.
No, I know. Honestly, man, I'm just really happy to be here. Thank you for giving us a platform to talk, and I'm excited, man. So I'm ready to get going.
So Nacho, big time Kobe fan, big part of he's a big part of the success you've had so far, right?
Absolutely, man. Shoot, I mean, like we're watching him right now, and then I see you have the Mamba Mentality book back there too. I got that myself.
Have you read it?
Huh?
Have you read it?
Oh, heck yeah. Like twice. But honestly, I'm a diehard Kobe Bryant fan, more than a Laker fan. I just grew up watching him. You know, one of the cool things about Kobe is that he brought our family together, and we all grew up watching him. I was very fortunate to watch him play a couple times. I watched him play against LeBron, Shaq for the first time in 2004. We saw him play against Melo. So I see Kobe Bryant play, man, and I just developed his mindset at a very young age. So when he passed away, man, it hurt. It was like, you know, not watching like a family member pass away, but kind of, because I started watching him very young when he got into the league, and I just became obsessed with his mentality, the Mamba mentality. So I try to apply that with my life, and so far it's been paying off.
Have you ever got to see him? Did you ever get to see him live?
Yeah, I did. So I saw him the first time was in 2004 when my dad was able to get us tickets to the Laker game, Christmas Day against Shaq for the first time. So I got to see Shaq. Yeah, bro. I actually sat next to Vanessa Bryant and Natalia.
You sat next to them?
Like, so it was me, my dad, and then two other people, and then it was them.
Those were some badass seats.
Oh, dude, yeah. She was beautiful. Beautiful then, beautiful now.
You said she was beautiful?
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh, shoot, that's a woman.
How old are you?
I was 9.
9 years old.
Yeah, dude. And then that's the first time I ever knew who George Lopez was. So my dad was able to get a picture with him. And this is when you had to use cameras. So
the little green ones.
Yeah, dude. So he took a picture, and I didn't know who he was, and I was taking my time. My dad's over here rushing me. He's like, and I'm like, okay, who was that? Why are you rushing me? You know? He's like, oh, that's George Lopez. And then that's when I got into like watching his show at late nights. Dude, it was the best time. I actually have a video of watching Kobe go to the to the locker room after the game, and then I got to watch him against the Utah Jazz, LeBron James when LeBron was younger, Melo. I don't know who else, but I got to see him at least 4 or 5 times.
So you're a pretty big basketball fan, not just Kobe fan, or you would say you're more just of a Kobe fan?
Well,
Did that go away after he passed?
So after he left the league, I kind of stopped watching it, and I tried to get back into it, but the league kind of got soft. I think. I slowly got back into when like LeBron and Curry were going at it in the finals, but then like I don't know, I feel like sports got a little too political, and it kind of got away from the excitement of watching sports. So I kind of stopped watching sports all around. But like I said, I'm mainly a Kobe fan and then a Laker fan. I do know a lot about Laker history, like Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaq, obviously, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Whitworth. So I know these guys. Kobe was like my dude, man.
So how do you feel right now?
Like, what do you mean?
With the Lakers.
Oh, they suck, dude. I can't even watch them. I haven't been anywhere. You see, they won the championship like not that long ago. And like, I don't know if you count that because they were in the bubble, you know? So it's like.
That was the year after the bubble, wasn't it?
No, that was the year.
That was the year of the bubble?
Yeah. And like, I mean, obviously, like, I like old LeBron. I mean, obviously, like he was supposed to play Kobe Bryant in like the 2009 finals, but they lost to Orlando 4-1. So, I don't know, man. It's just hard to watch LeBron, and Westbrook's doing really bad too. And I feel bad for the guys. There's a lot of pressure on him.
They got no chemistry there.
No, that's what happens when you put a lot of stars. It happened. Like Lakers should know this by now because in 2004 when they lost to Detroit Pistons, they lost 4-1. They had Shaq, Gary Payton, Kobe, and Malone. So they had like 4 powerhouses, dude, and they couldn't team up. And dude, they should have learned their lesson by then. And then
this is the second time around.
Third, and then they got Dwight Howard in 2012, and that didn't work out. So, I mean, Lakers should have learned that by now.
Yeah, you see a bunch of other teams with a lot less roster talent that are outplaying the Lakers by far.
Oh yeah, it's because dude, like you have to have chemistry, and these guys are old too. These other guys are younger, and it's a different type of game. It's a lot faster pace. I feel, and obviously, Steph Curry had a big role with that, with the threes, and it's not a big man game no more like it used to be when Shaq was playing.
It's like football. If you're a quarterback, you have to be quick.
Yeah.
I remember whenever quarterbacks first started getting out of the pocket, everyone was like, these quarterbacks are idiots. They're all going to get hurt and break ankles. And that's pretty much the game now. You actually have to you have to wait and look for a quarterback that doesn't scramble now.
Right. I think Michael Vick had a big role with that. That's when I got into football, when Michael Vick was big. When
he was never that big.
I mean, like, wasn't he in the Madden cover?
No, I mean big as in height.
I mean, like, no, he wasn't that big. But like, I remember, like, when I was playing, like, he was the guy, man. Michael Vick was the quarterback.
Yeah, I know he was. I think he's still one of the best. What would you call mobile quarterbacks?
Yeah, for sure.
That have played. Now we have a bunch of them, right? That you can put up there with him. But I think being that he was one of the first. And I would say one of the best at it as well.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mahomes too, man. And that quarterback from the Chargers, I don't know. I don't watch
Herbert.
Herbert. Oh, I think he's good too, man.
No. Football's my passion. Yeah,
that's your sport.
You're saying all these basketball names, and I'm a little lost. But I, every year when football ends, I'm like, I'm gonna get more into basketball and baseball, right?
Yeah.
Because right when football ends, basketball's getting to playoffs. Yeah. And then basketball ends, and baseball's freaking 6 months of games every single day. So it's hard to follow. But I think sports. More than anything, I don't want to get all cliche about it, but what I like about sports is that you get to see the chemistry, like how it does and doesn't work, right?
Right.
A good example of it is the Broncos for a couple years. I don't know how much you follow football, but the Broncos for a couple years have been claiming that they were a quarterback away from being a Super Bowl contender.
Right.
Then they go and get Russell Wilson, who in my opinion is a really good quarterback. And he goes over there and they're still trash, right?
Yeah.
And that's because there's no chemistry there. Like you can't send a player there and expect year one to be great. That's why you got to give him some time. And I think it's a hard subject when it comes to like what should they do with players like that or whatever. But it takes some time. Now, one thing you mentioned a little bit ago, and then we'll get into everything else. I think I didn't hype you up enough to where it comes into the bodybuilding part. You're a big accomplishment, big time successful in that. I know maybe in your brain you're like, nah, I didn't really do much, but I mean, simply where you've gotten, how you look, what you can lift and shit. That's not any.
Oh, we can cuss on here?
Oh yeah, you can cuss all you want, bro.
All right, cool.
We're not gonna come out on Nickelodeon, trust me.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, shoot, man, I'm trying to wash my mouth. But all right.
Every time I post, I put "not made for kids."
All right, cool. Because I have a sailor's mouth, so.
No, yeah, don't we all? So, one thing you mentioned before we get into everything else that we want to talk about today, you said that you stopped watching sports because, well, basketball, but sports in general got soft. Now, I agree with that subject, but you said that one of the biggest reasons for it was politics, right? That they're starting to be too political and bringing politics into sports. And this is actually a subject that I would love to talk about. So what's your take on that? Like where did you start noticing it? And then what do you think should be done about it?
For me, I mean, maybe I was younger, maybe they did back in the day, but I remember watching sport. I remember watching basketball in particular, obviously my dad grew up a soccer fan, so I kind of watched a little bit of soccer. But mainly basketball. Like I remember they weren't talking about the outside stuff that's going outside. They weren't promoting an agenda. I believe we live in the best country in the world, and we have the opportunity to believe what we want to believe, and we have the right to, whether you're far left or far right, you could do whatever you want. You know what I mean? But when it comes to sports, I truly believe that we get away from life to watch sports and watch these amazing athletes that are the 0.01% of the world to compete at a level. That's why a lot of us spend money to go watch sports. We'll spend between, $5,000, just to go watch these rare human beings perform at an elite level. And when you start involving, they all have a platform, and I understand that, but use your own platform. Allow us fans to watch the sport and just watch that competitiveness that has drawn us to the sport. And I feel like maybe 2016, 17 is when they kind of started stirring away from the sport, and now they started promoting an agenda. They started promoting an agenda, and it's like, I don't want to be pushed what to think or what to think or what to do, right? There's channels for that. And as an athlete myself, and as a big sports fan, like I want to watch these guys compete. I want to watch these guys just go all out, win or lose. Like you want to see a game. You know, you don't want to watch these guys talk about this matters and that and this and that. You know, it doesn't have to be. I don't care what side you what your beliefs are and what you go for. Like let's just watch sports. I think sports brings. I mean, look at the World Cup. You have a lot of people from the different part of the world come to one city, one state or whatever, one country to watch these guys play soccer. Like that's what sports does. Sports brings people together. You talk about chemistry, it brings camaraderie.
It brings people together, but it also tears people apart.
No, it does. It does. But I mean, it does. But I mean,
I get what you were saying.
Know, like you know, like for me, like sports brought my family together. You know, like every day when Kobe Bryant played, like we all. It was cool that we had Tebow. I don't know if a lot of people know what Tebow is, but we were able to like record the games. And then once my dad and my mom were done working, and I was doing my sister were done with their homework, like we'll watch Kobe play. You know, so it brought us together. So like, you know, we weren't trying to watch an agenda be pushed on us and hey, you got to believe this, hey, you got to do this and that. And you know, I don't know, someone. Just go back to watching sports, man. Like let's get away from that. And if you want to talk about your political views, which I understand, and but use your own platform for that.
And it's because a lot of people aren't intelligent enough to go away from the news and sports to learn about politics, right?
Right.
Like like you said, if I'm watching a sport, if I'm watching whatever I'm watching, I'm gonna focus on what I'm watching and not the outside sources, right? So now you're watching a basketball game, and all over the court you see like political, and I don't want to say
no, I know,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but you see phrases, and it's like I'm trying to watch, like you said, I'm trying to watch these amazing athletes do their job, not you try to push me to be left or right.
You know, one of the things that I tell people all the time, why are you so attracted to an athlete? Because they're doing something you can't do. Right? It's like if you look at my physique, a lot of people admire it because like, dude, that's something that I can't do, right? Or that's hard to do. Yeah. You know, I love Kobe Bryant, but I can't be Kobe. No matter how hard I practice, no matter how hard I was to practice, no matter how mentally strong I am, like I can't be a Kobe Bryant. That's why, or I can't be LeBron James, you know, or Tom Brady or anything like that, because those are like the 0.01%, right?
How did you look when you were young, when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, I was fat, man.
Yeah,
I was a fat kid.
You're a big boy?
Yeah, I was a big boy.
What's the most you ever weighed as a fat boy?
Dude, it's so crazy. I remember this day exactly. I was like 9 years old. It was 9 years old. I had just turned 9, and I was 150 pounds.
9 years old.
9 years old, but I was big. I was big. I was big.
How tall were you at that point?
I wasn't that tall. I didn't hit, I guess, my growth spurt or puberty, whatever you want to call it, to like 14, 15. So I was a late bloomer. So here's this fat kid with the high pitched voice. But yeah, dude, I was fat, man. So like my parents put me in sports, but dude, I used to like to eat. My grandma kind of raised me, so my grandma fed me pretty good. My parents were always working, trying to provide. So
what did your parents do out in Oxnard? Because you said you were originally from Oxnard, right?
Yeah. So dude, you said about entrepreneurship. Like my parents are both. My mom actually passed away when I was 21, but she owned her own business, insurance. They sell like Progressive, Mercury, and all that stuff.
It's like a brokerage.
Yeah, brokerage. And then my dad did too, so they both had their own business at a very, very young age. And then they were always, I mean, when you're like that, man, you're never home.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, how many hours of the day are you home now?
Me, like rarely, dude. Yeah, like I'm barely home, you know, and I feel bad sometimes. That's why I use this holiday time to spend time with my family and be with because I live with my grandma and my sister, my aunt. So I spend that time to just be with them and stuff like that.
So where's your dad now? He's in
Oxnard still. Oxnard. Yeah. My parents got divorced at a very when I was in high school. They went to separate ways, and my dad's continued the business. And my dad's, I think he's a millionaire, man.
He's a millionaire?
Yeah, for sure. He has his own business. But
is he going to leave you all the money?
Honestly, here's the thing. You know, I'm glad you brought this up. But like, maybe I'm just prideful, bro. I don't know. But like, as a my dad's very successful, but I also want to do it my way.
Of course. You
know what I mean? I don't want to, I have the tools and I use them when I need advice for business decisions. And like,
you have a pretty good bond with your father?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a father-son bond, but I don't know, man, like maybe I was a mama's boy, bro. So it's like kind of hard, it's
that's another question and if you're okay with going there.
No,
but
absolutely.
when the divorce happened, I know now you might be old enough and wise enough to understand why it happened and that it was probably for the better of your family, or maybe not, right? But when it happened at the moment, you said you were 12 years old?
It happened from like 13 to 14.
Okay, so when you were 13 to 14, they divorced, and then how old did you say when she passed?
21. So
You were 21?
The day after my birthday, yeah.
Oh dang. Sorry to hear that, man.
No, it's okay.
So, okay, so 13, 14, you're pretty young still.
Yeah,
You're going into high school. You're already in high school.
I was a freshman.
About?
I was going into. Well, they were already having problems. I think I was like in 7th grade, but it was known at the household and like around the family, like when I was a freshman.
So at the moment, what was your initial thoughts? Like, my dad's an asshole, my mom's an asshole, like, or just like, I get it, I'm old enough and mature enough.
No, I didn't understand, dude. Like, I don't care how like, I didn't understand. You know what I mean? Like. It's like stuff you see in movies. You're like, oh shit, this is happening to me. You know what I mean? And then it takes a toll. It takes a toll on a person. You know what I mean? And it's so crazy, bro. Like, I don't know where I get my mindset from sometimes, but I looked at it as like a choice. Like, either I let this like, and I'm not perfect, man. I had my like lows.
I dare someone to tell you you're not perfect.
But like, one thing I did understand was like, okay, like, I'm not gonna let this define me, and I'm not, and I know, and I have family that are kind of like fuck ups, so like I kind of saw what they had. I'm like, I'm not gonna be that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be that. So I just stuck with sports, but yeah, man, it definitely took a toll. I had to grow up a little bit faster than others. I had to take care of my sister too. So I'm like, my sister looks at me as a dad, because I kind of pretty much raised her. And if you see my sister, dude, she's a fucking beast, man. She's a machine.
She's a bodybuilder too.
Yeah. So we actually did. Yeah, dude. So it's quick.
How old is she?
She's 5 years younger than me. So she's 23.
I thought you were gonna say she's 5. I was like, what the fuck?
No. I'll get into that real quick. But so going back to divorce, like, yeah, like it took a toll on me, man. Like it definitely hurts. Holidays are hard. Stuff like that, because you're.
Well, now that your mom passed, is it a little different now with your father, or was the relationship with your dad still pretty good immediately after the divorce?
So obviously, I'm gonna side with mom, right? So I'm gonna side with mom. So that relationship with me and my dad kind of went to trash. It took me losing my mom to get back have a relationship with my dad, because then, like I said, I always think, I don't know how God made me this way. I really don't like. But I had two choices. I said, either I continue just not having a relationship with my dad, or I say, hey man, this is my last parent. I better like fix this and take responsibility where I messed up, and let him know where he messed up, and let's go ahead and work on this bond. Because at the end of the day, this is all I have now.
To be honest with you, even at 21 years old, that's pretty mature of somebody to do, because it's easier to hold a grudge than to forgive.
No, 100%, and it hit me instantly. You know what I mean? The day it happened, I was like, man, I only have, excuse me, like I only have one parent.
You can cuss on here, but you can't cough in here, bro.
Oh, sorry, COVID. That's the last one. No, but I just said, man, it's my last parent, man. Yeah. I mean, this is it, and I better, make bonds and try to move past it. And now I have 3 little brothers who I freaking love. One's 7 years old, and so the cool thing about this now is that the reason why I'm very disciplined is because I got it from martial arts. So I know I'm all over the place, but I got it from martial arts. I did it for 5-6 years, so I was competitive there too. I was.
So when did all this start? At what age?
I was.
I mean, we could transition out of your divorce stuff. Like, now let's go back in time. How old were you when you did your first athletic venture?
So I played soccer, dude, but I was garbage, bro.
You don't look like a soccer player.
No, I had no business doing that. But my dad was such a big soccer fan, like he kind of like forced that on me. I'm like, dude, I wish you would have put me in baseball instead. Because baseball's fun, dude. But I play soccer and I sucked at it. So he put me in basketball, and I love that. And then I was getting in trouble with school. I was getting picked on, believe it or not. Not because I was a big guy. So the little guys always try to fight me, dude. Like, it's the story of my life. Like, little guys always try to pick on the big guy. Like, dude, stop.
but this was at what age?
I was just going into junior high.
Okay, so junior high.
So like just like
you're still grade. A big boy?
Yeah, I was still a big boy. So people were like trying to fight me, dude. And I'm like, dude, like what the hell? So my dad, they wanted me to like learn how to defend myself. So they put me in martial arts. But didn't know, like I just fell in love with the dude. I fell in love with like everything about it. I was 12 years old, dude, and they had me in the adult class.
Because of how big you were, or because you were just that good?
No, because I was no, dude, because of how big I was. So here's this 12-year-old training with 35-year-old men.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, I was getting my ass kicked.
That probably helped you though.
No, it helped me. It molded me. It molded me, man. And I'm so grateful for those instructors. We call them Sifus, but dude, like fuck, man, they would kick my ass. I mean, they would kick my ass. Females, males.
Your dad would watch this happen?
Oh, my dad was there with me.
He would beat your ass.
He would beat my ass too. So, you know, like it was such a blessing though, because that taught me a lot. You know what I mean? So like, you know, obviously I'm a big dude, and I try not to fight because I know what I can do. And it's like, dude, like I always try to avoid it. I guess I'm the bitch, right? Because I always try to like walk away from it.
You're like the Rock in the movie, what is it? Pain and Gain?
Yeah.
You watched that movie?
Yeah. So it's like, but not the coke addict part. But like
not anymore.
Not anymore. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. But look, so martial arts, like I really learned, you know, I mean, I really learned how to like use the mind and how to like move the body a certain way. Little did I know that I was going to go into bodybuilding. So that's where I started for me. I competed in Vegas, Palm Springs, Santa Barbara, Oxnard, St. Louis Obispo. So like, dude, I was competitive, you know.
And this was all for martial arts?
This is all for martial arts. So I sparred. I won a couple tournaments, numerous times. One time I was in the Ventura County newspaper, dude. I did 5 divisions and I got 4 out of 5.
Oh damn.
Yeah, dude. So like so that's my shit, man. So like it's pretty cool because like now my brother does it. He's 7 years old, and I don't have kids, man, and I don't plan on having kids anytime soon. And I mean, you know this more than I do, but like like seeing my brother's passion and heart and drive that's very similar to mine, you kind of get emotional because like, fuck, dude, that's me. You know what I mean? And you know what he's feeling. Yeah. Like, you know that when you're passionate about something and you're just giving it your 100% best.
Is he a little chubby boy like you were?
No, dude, he's tall and skinny. Lucky fuck. Yeah. So like watching my brother perform and execute his like material, and you can see the passion and heart that he puts in that material. It's like, damn, dude, that's me. You know what I mean? And like me and my dad were watching, and we were like looking at each other like, fuck, dude, like what a special moment. Like being it, you know, seeing your little brothers pick up on that passion and that heart, you know, and follow it. So it's pretty fucking awesome. And, you know, going back with my sister too, like she started working out when she was 16 and I was competing. So she got into it very, very young. And she's a fucking animal.
Does she have a boyfriend?
No.
Yeah, I'd be scared too.
I don't blame him. But unfortunately, her boyfriends have been bodybuilders, and I'm like, fuck, dude, that's not what I was trying out to do.
Date someone else.
Dude, don't date bodybuilders. They're the worst. They're the worst. But you know, she got brought into that world really young. But my sister's a badass, man. My sister's probably like as disciplined as I am for being a female. It's fucking incredible. Strong as a. Damn, she's my inspiration, man. She's one of my big whys.
Not to make this about male or female, but I think it's more of a natural thing for a woman to be disciplined versus a man. Like I think it's harder for a man to be disciplined. You don't think? Like even with the day-to-day stuff, right? Like,
yeah, you're right. I think men are a little bit more.
Stupid
for sure, dude. And like we can play. You know, I was reading a book, and it's true. Women have to juggle a lot more things.
Yeah, and they can handle it better.
Right.
So I think that the fact that so maybe not like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym, and my wife's gonna go to the gym, and she's gonna be automatically more disciplined than I. No, what I'm getting at is that like they naturally can like do something and do it for a longer period of time, more consistently than a man can. So like, yeah. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Their pain tolerance is higher than ours. They have more patience than we do. Us men, we're not patient at all, bro.
I think that patience is the key to discipline and consistency.
Yeah, it is.
Because you see it in shit. I've done it, right? You go to the gym for a month, and if you don't see results, most people are like, man, fuck this, like, you know, whatever. Or I think more than the gym, I think it's the your eating habits. So you change your eating, and I think changing your eating habits is the hardest shit you can ever do. It's harder than going to the gym, in my perspective.
It is,
because going to the gym is fun. You go to the gym, and you go to the gym, you work out, and then you start getting stronger, and your friends start to tell you, "Hey, dude, you're fucking looking good." Or a friend goes to the gym with you, and you push more weight than you did the week before, and they're like, "Damn, dude, you're a fucking beast."
Yeah.
No one tells you you're a fucking beast when you're eating good. Like no one goes up to you when you're eating your fucking salmon and says, "Hey, good fucking job, dude."
Well, I don't know about that, bro. So check this out. So yes and no, but dude, you see me. I take my food everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
So people are always asking me, "What's in my pail? What's my lunch pail?" right? And then they ask me, what are you eating? What are you eating? Like, it gets to the point, bro, where like sometimes I try to like hide where I eat because I don't want to be asked what I'm eating. Like, I just want to enjoy my food.
But you're in that circle though. Like,
yeah, I'm in the circuit. I'm definitely in the circuit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
like you're a bodybuilder. You fucking look the part. You are the part. You praise the part.
Right.
So when someone sees you, they're probably just curious as to like, what's this guy fucking doing? Like,
that's what it is.
No one's gonna come up to me and see me eating fucking salmon and white rice and a bunch of asparagus and be like, "Hey, good job, dude." I mean, very rarely. You get me?
No, yeah,
versus, true. And when I say that, it's like your sphere of influence. So like your friends, your parents. Shit, your parents will even tell you, "What the fuck are you eating? Come eat some fucking tamales." You know what I'm saying?
When I first started, my dad wasn't a believer. I got very lucky, man. My mom went to go watch my first show, so that was pretty fucking cool. And she was a believer. Mom's always gonna believe you,
for sure,
no matter what. You could be shitty at something, and she'll still tell you good job.
You could be a drug dealer. Like, you're gonna be the best fucking drug dealer ever.
Dude, for sure. Like my first show, I got my ass whooped, bro. I got like last. And I'm always so proud of me. And it's like, and I was mad, you know what I mean? Because I'm a competitor, dude. If you don't know me, I'm a fucking competitor. Like, I hate fucking losing. Like, I hate losing more than I love winning. You know what I mean? Like, I refuse to lose. But I know it's part of the process, and you have to be a great loser in order to be a winner. But I hate it, dude. I absolutely hate it. It drives me nuts. But, you know, my dad wasn't a believer. My dad didn't believe in me until my second show. You know what I mean? That's when I won.
But do you think he didn't believe in you as in like, this dude ain't gonna fucking do it? Or like, this is a little too hard for my son? You get what I'm saying?
Like, why are you doing this? Like, why do you want to look like that? Like, why are you eating like that? Like, why don't you, like, we would have like gatherings and stuff like that, and like, you're not gonna eat?
Were your parents born here, or they were born?
My parents were born here.
Okay, so you're what, second generation?
Second generation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason I ask is because it's easy when, for example, parents. My parents are first generation, right?
Yeah.
So that means that I'm second generation. You're third generation.
Okay.
Right? Because your parents were born here. You were born here. Your grandparents weren't born here, right?
No, they moved. No.
So that's what, I don't know what generation that falls into, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
My parents actually migrated here.
Got you. So you're first generation.
Exactly. Okay. So I'm first. You're second.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at though is that like you tell my parents, hey, well, not even tell them, but they see me eating, or like I tried keto for a while and I wouldn't eat tortillas and stuff like that. They'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, you're not gonna get full like that. Eat like this." And it's not that they don't like. It's not that they're saying whatever you're doing isn't gonna work. It's just that it's not in their line of nature. You get me? Like what the fuck is that? So maybe that was your dad's thought in a sense, or you don't think so?
Yes and no. And then my dad was like, "Dude, why do you want to look like that?" Right? And then my mom, my goal, because you remember, like I said earlier, my grandma raised me, bro. So like my grandma's like my angel, dude. She's my big why. But you know, my grandma raised me. So when I moved over here, I've been living with her. She didn't understand it at all. Now she understands, like, okay, that's his food. You know, don't want to touch it. She don't offer me anything no more. But when I first got there, when I first started doing bodybuilding, like the first 2 years, she would offer me. "You sure you don't want anything? You don't want anything?" She would even make me a plate.
And it's even harder like that, right?
It's harder. So I get the whole first generation because my grandma raised me, bro. So I'm a big grandma's boy. But
it's like when you were small, they would say, "You got to finish your food because you're gonna be big and strong." And here we are, just fucking big and fat.
Big and fat, dude. So and it's funny because I was fat like then, but you know, they thought I was the biggest thing in the world. And it's like, damn, you guys, man. You know, but you know, it's funny, man. I was fat, but I didn't really care.
Were you happy?
Yeah, I was happy as shit.
Yeah. So what sparked that? Like, because it couldn't. I mean, maybe it was just the bodybuilding, and that martial arts turned into bodybuilding, turned into discipline and mindset, and whatever. It was probably just like happening naturally, right? But was there a moment in life where you were like, I'm not gonna be fucking fat no more. Like, I can't do it no more.
Well,
it's too young, huh?
I was too young. I mean, obviously, like, I don't know. I think for me was more in this. I don't know if you guys watch wrestling, but I wanted to look like the wrestlers, like Triple H. That was like, obviously everybody loves The Rock, but I was a big Triple H fan. No, I was a big fan of Triple H's physique because like I would watch wrestling and all these guys were big and stocky.
That fool broke my heart, dude.
Why?
When he knocked down Randy Orton.
Oh, when the Evolution time. So I know, dude, because Randy was the man, and he was up and coming,
baby.
Yeah, I know, dude. So check this out. So like, Triple H looked different, bro.
Yeah,
Triple H,
he was shredded,
dude. And I'm like, that fool looks sick as fuck, bro. And then like, that's why if you ever see me, I wear my shirts tucked in. That's where I got it from, because he would always wear, he would wear the jeans. And then he would wear his shirt tucked in, so his waist would look fucking small, and then his big ass broad shoulders. Yeah. So that's when I got to like, dude, like I looked at myself one time. I was like 12, and I was like, damn, dude, I kind of have to like let this go.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I wanted to be a wrestler too. I wanted to be Rakishi.
Well, you did it. I'm just kidding. Oh shit, dude. But like, but you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, so for me, it's okay, man. They used to call me, oh shit. Well, my name is Nacho, dude. So I get the Nacho Libre jokes all the time.
Okay.
I'm like, shit.
Ignacio.
But that's where I got the whole like I want to look a certain way now, and then obviously like as I got like I guess in high school, that's when I really started like, okay, I probably should care the way I look a little bit more. But
Okay.
I never cared like that.
Now, did you have like swings in like roller coaster, as they say? For example, like I'm very guilty of this, and I try every time I try, I get a little better at it. But consistency, bro, it's fucking hard. Like I'll go to the gym for 2 months straight, not straight, obviously take some days off and stuff like that. But you get what I'm saying. Like consistency over 2 months, and then you obviously start to feel better, look better. Like everything gets better when you're physically, healthier. But then for one reason or another, I let up, right? So like maybe I'll go on vacation, come back, and then you miss a couple of days. And once you start doing that, you're fucked. You lost it. You lost the mojo.
Right.
And then, it takes a little bit of time and a couple of friends to say, hey, dude, you're getting fucking fat again, to get back into it, right?
Right.
So, I'm almost 125 million% sure that I'm not the only person that goes through that, right? So what do you do to like not fall into that, not to cave and giving up? I mean, I'm sure we're gonna go back to your mindset, right? And being disciplined, having that Mamba mentality, and just being better every day, right? But like Ed Marlette says it, just one more day. Just one more day, right? While being sober, he says his dad would say
just going one more day of not quitting.
Exactly. So just going one more day of not quitting, I'm 100% sure that's probably, well, I can't say 100% then probably, but I'm 100% sure that works. But what do you do? There has to be a certain ritual that you follow as to like the days you're feeling like not going to the gym, the day that you're feeling like not eating healthy. You mentioned that you stopped drinking. I don't know if you're still on that or you started drinking a little here and there, but like the days, because there's demons in the air, bro. So
okay, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. I'm very upfront. You know what, man? One thing I've learned, like when you were asking me these questions, like, hey, how open do you want to be? It's like, dude, well, if I'm not open, I'm doing whoever's listening to this a disservice, right? Because like, here's the thing, man. Like, I think a lot of people look at me and they think that I don't know that not that I have it easy, but like I'm like gifted with this mindset. And I'm gifted with like the ability to be disciplined.
Well, you were just born buff.
I fucking wish, man. But I was born big, but I wasn't born buff. I was actually born a month earlier, dude. I came out early. I came out a month early. Because I was like long. But here's the thing, bro. Like it like I'm not perfect, dude. Like I'm the same thing as you. The only thing is for me, like I just refuse not to quit. You know what I mean? Like I refuse not to. Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone has to have a story. You gotta have a story, dude. If you don't have a story, dude, you're not gonna do dog shit. Because you gotta you gotta eat some shit, man. You really gotta eat some shit. In order for you to do something that you've never done before, you have to eat some. I truly believe that, because here's the thing. When, I'm gonna get a little bit personal. So like recently I was in a relationship, right? And I was at the top of my game. Like, dude, I was the guy, all right? I was the guy that was gonna win the cow. Like I was
the guy in the relationship?
No, I was the girl in the relationship, dude. No, but like I was the guy that was gonna win the title, dude. Like the California, like I was getting coached by the best coach in the industry. I'm talking about like the pros. A pro coach was coaching me, an amateur who hasn't won a title yet. But he saw my physique and he saw my work ethic. He gave me like a little like test, like, hey, if you can do this, then yes. So I did it. Right? He's like, oh shit, this guy's about it. So you know what? Like we're gonna have some work, but I'll work with you. And I said, fine. Which is huge, bro, in the bodybuilding world. For me, that's a nobody getting coached by this guy who's coaching the guys that are winning the Olympias. Yep. So it's like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like I'm gonna go balls to the wall. Like I am not taking my foot off the pedal. But I was burnt out from bodybuilding, bro. And we'll get into this later, I'm sure. But as a bodybuilder, a lot of them are broke. A lot of them are broke, bro. So it's like I felt like I was falling into that category.
Is there money in that industry? Like, is there?
If outside the sport, yes. But if you're as a competitor, no. So you have to be.
So you go tear your asshole apart for nothing.
For nothing. Yeah, absolutely. But there's so much that you gain from it, and we'll talk about this later. I'm sure you'll ask me that too. But we'll talk.
Let's get into it.
Okay. So here, and this is cool. This is all going into one thing. But let me go back. So when I was burnt out from the sport because I wasn't happy with the way I was living and where my bank account looked, and that's all I had. I'm like, fuck, I'm just a bodybuilder, dude. Like, this sucks. Like,
so if you didn't get paid there, what were you doing for money?
So I was working at Tahoe Joe's full time, and I was working at a supplement store full time. So I was trying to make meets ends, dude. Like I was barely paying my bills. I barely had anything in my account. Like you know what's funny? I was listening to a podcast by Andy Frisella, and it says, in order to be humble, you have to be great. Well, I used to think myself as humble, but because I was broke. Right? So I'm not a material guy. I'm not a material guy.
That's the problem with society, bro. Is we've got this what would you call it?
It's a culture thing, bro.
Yeah. Like we have this illusion that in order to be humble, you have to act broke, right? Like if someone shows off what they have, they're not humble. That's not the definition. Do you know the definition of humble?
Yeah, it's being great.
No. The actual textbook definition.
No, I don't know the actual textbook definition.
Oh, here.
But that's why I never claim to be humble, because I don't think I'm humble.
Yeah, well, I don't. Brad Lee says this all the time, and I agree. You don't want to be humble. I don't want to be humble.
No.
Humble is having or showing a modest or low estimate.
There you go.
Modest or low estimate of one's own importance.
Yeah, fuck
So
that.
in order for me to be humble, I have to think that I'm less than you.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck would I want to be humble?
Because that's what society wants you to be. They don't want you to be confident. They
Yeah.
want you arrogant.
So what I've always said is, don't mistake being humble with being a douchebag.
Right. Of course.
Right. Like a douchebag will throw money at you. Excuse me, and like want you to do shit for him because I'm better than you.
Right.
Right. But in order for me to, like, if I'm nowhere near being where I want to be successful.
Oh, of course.
In regards to like money and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
But if I want to talk about like I need to act broke because the people around me get offended.
Like, change your circle, man.
Yeah, I don't need you in my circle. Yeah. So I mean, we kind of got away from it, but you were saying something about Andy Frisella?
I guess that's what he said. So check this out. So I was very modest, right? Because I couldn't have, like you said, I'm not where I want to be in life yet. Nowhere freaking near, dude. Like, yeah, I'm sure you know, for you, your world's limitless, and you don't have no roof over your head, right? I don't either. I think that's where we're very relatable, is that we know the sky's the limit. Whatever we set our mind to, we're gonna do it. So like now, like, yeah, dude, you'll see me rocking some nice shoes, you know what I mean, and a watch, and obviously I'm rocking Reebok, but I don't care because it's my work clothes. But I mean, I'm gonna look nice now, you know what I mean? Before I didn't give a shit because I couldn't do it, and that bothered me, dude. I'm 27 years old. I don't have anything to my name. I don't have anything except this. I'm gonna get this title, which is, I guess that's good, but to me, it's like, dude, I'm more than that. I'm way more than this. You know what I mean? I'm doing myself a disservice. I'm not fulfilling my potential. And some people, I don't know, they could go to bed at night like that, but I can't, bro. Like I can't.
So being that you said and I'm sure that's a fact, right? Athletes are the 0.1% or 0.01%,
0.01%,
0.01% of humanity.
Yeah.
Of mankind, whatever you want to call it. Do you think being that mindset, or being an entrepreneur, being a go-getter like that, is also what I'm trying to ask is, are you born with it? Or do you think you can develop it? Anyone could be an entrepreneur.
Anyone could be an entrepreneur.
I'm saying a successful one. One that doesn't take no for an answer. One that says, this is my goal, I'm going to achieve it, whether I fucking die in the process. Do you think that's a mentality that you just get from one day to another, or do you think you're born with it? The reason I ask you that is because you were working at Tahoe Joe's. I mean, waiters make decent money. I don't know where you were at. Were you a waiter?
No, yeah, I was really good.
Okay, so they make decent money, but obviously nowhere near what you can make, right? Bodybuilding wasn't paying you shit, and the nutrition shop or supplement store, was that paying you much?
I was already capped, bro.
Okay, so you were capped making whatever you were making there. So altogether, you're probably making more than the average person here locally.
Oh, for sure,
right?
So I was making, for sure.
So somebody else would have got comfortable there. I look good. I make decent money.
I have a car.
Yeah, I have a car, and I have somewhere to live. Being that you said you were raised by your grandma, and she's your main why.
Yeah.
I doubt you'll ever leave that lady, right? So if you end up buying a bigger house, she's coming with you,
and she's coming with me.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at, though. So even another place to stay wasn't at the top of your priority list, I don't think, at that time. Right. So what I'm getting at, though, is that somebody else would have been like, I'm living the fucking life right now.
Right,
like, I don't need to change anything. Right.
Yeah.
But something else sparked in you that said, like, no, I'm not living the life. Right now, maybe an opportunity was presented to you, which we'll get into you as to like, oh, well, maybe I do need to take this opportunity. But I've presented this opportunity to many people, and many people turn it down when I know what they make and how much they can make here, and they don't take the jump, right? So what is it about you? Do you think you were born with this? Do you think it was the divorce, your parents' divorce? Do you think it was the fact that your mom passed away and your dad's doing good, but you don't want to live off of his inheritance? Like, what do you think it was?
Oh, it's everything. It's everything coming to one, man. So I think for me, and this is why I'm glad you asked this now. So for me, it was more in a sense like fuck, man. Like, I don't want to live this way, man. So like for me, that's why I say you have to eat some shit. I think the ones that eat shit are the ones that are not fear of failing and not fear of getting their ass kicked, because you can't be worse than where I was at. You know what I mean? So it's that it's just that not being like, just, I don't know how to explain it, man. But I think you have to go through some trauma and you have to go through some like life, some very hard like obstacles and difficulties.
Well, dude, if you're broke.
But some people stay broke.
No. Well, here's where I'm going with this. If you're broke and someone offers you a chance to make $1 million, and the worst that can happen is that you fail, you're just back where you fucking were.
You're back where
like,
you
what
were.
are you so fucking scared of?
I don't know. So for me, I think maybe it is. Maybe I was born, because I know it. I feel it. You know what I mean? Like, and some people think I'm crazy, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I just know I'm worth a lot more, man. And I know I can offer the world a lot more. And I know that if I don't reach my full potential, it's going to eat me up at night. You know what I mean? Because it's a battle within myself. And
it's not too bad to get eaten up at night.
Well, if you're a female, if you're a guy, I don't know, man. No, but like, I think you're right, man. I think I never really thought of it like that. I think a lot of it has to do with what I went through as a kid and adult. And then, I think for me, it's watching my parents be successful. And watching other people, watching other people be fuck ups. And I told myself, I don't want to be like that, because I saw the way people looked at them, and I saw people reacted to them and treated them, and I saw people the way they treated people who were successful, and there was a different level of respect. So for me, it was like, yeah, I could have been content, I could have stayed there, and I would have been okay, but I just wanted more, man, and I know I could do it. So that's
God didn't make us to be average, bro, and
He didn't. He really didn't. He really didn't.
And anything around us is pretty much average if we're honest with each other.
Yeah, it is.
So, I have a small circle of friends. A lot of them are stuck being average. A lot of them are okay with it, though. Like,
Right.
There's nothing wrong with being average if you are okay with it.
Right.
Now, if you have that upper mentality and you're saying like, no, I don't want to be average, then okay, then fight for what you want.
Right. You have to fight for it.
But if I have a lot of friends that are like, I live a good life, I make X amount of money, and I mean, I don't owe anybody anything, and I have my house, excuse me, I have my cars, I have my kids, like, I'm good here, right? Hey, dude, they live a lot less stressful than we do, right? Because we don't know when the next check is coming as entrepreneurs.
100%.
And then aside from the check not coming, you have overhead, right? Mm-hmm. So now what are you going to do with your overhead when 1, 2, 3 weeks, 1, 2, 3 months pass by and you're not making money? Well, you got to keep paying it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So stress is through the fucking roof. That's needless to say.
100%.
So I understand the other side, right? Like, nah, dude, I don't want to own a business and I don't want to go on a commission job or whatever the case may be. I totally understand it. But just be used to being mediocre, because that's what it's going to be, right? Now, is there entrepreneurs in life? 100%, right? But how many of them is there that are millionaires? No, and I think honestly, I used to say no, but I think my goals, I'm not saying in a year or two, and I'm not even saying in like liquid cash, but now I do want to be a millionaire, and that's
why wouldn't you be?
That's something that just developed like not too long ago.
Right.
I want to say 5 years ago, my mindset was nowhere near where it's at today. And that's why I'm saying that I don't even know if I was born with it or if it just happened, because it can develop for sure. But I've always said it's like an athlete. Like you get these big fucking monsters that are in the NFL, and 9 out of 10 of them were just born badass. Right now, obviously they trained and got better and stuff like that, but you put my little dumbass next to them, and even if I have the same trainer as them and I do the same amount of work as them and I try just as hard as them, like, they're still going to be better than me, because they were just born with that little niche, right? That inch of betterness that we don't have.
Right.
Now, I can be a better business person than them, right? We each have our own thing, but I don't know that. I don't know. I think it's always easier when you're born with something than when you try to develop it, like you try to force the development.
right? And I think that I think it is, my biggest gift is discipline, man. Like for me, I'm not the smartest guy, bro. I'm really not the smartest guy, dude. I really don't know a lot. But one thing you won't do is you won't out-discipline me, man. And I really say that with my head up high. Like, you will not out-discipline me. It's like I'm not the most gifted when it comes to having the most tools and assets. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not the brightest guy. But for me, man, I'm going to figure out a way because I want it. You know what I mean? It's not so much of like I wanted to. Well, to be honest with you, man, look, man, my other relationship, like it failed because she decided to bet she was better off with somebody else. She didn't bet on me. That hurt. You know what I mean? Sure. That hurt. So to me, it's like, I'm gonna bet on myself. So the days I don't want to go, the days I feel like sleeping in, like this morning, bro, I was up at 5 a.m. I did my cardio. I started with my gratitude, meditation. I did my cardio. I did my audiobook. I did my breakfast.
Let's jump into that. What's your morning routine look like?
Okay, so first thing in the morning, we're on screen, but I have an mantra that says 5 a.m. See it, feel it, believe it, let it go. Then at 5:05, I am a master of my own thoughts and emotions because I'm a very emotional person. And then, other little stuff like that, just a constant reminder. So I get up, boom, do a little meditation for like 2 minutes because meditating is hard, bro. It's fucking hard, dude.
It could fucking depress you.
Yes, but you have to control your breathing. So that's what you focus on. You focus on your breathing. And then I set myself for 2 minutes. Then I go on YouTube and I have this like prayer channel that I like to listen to. I listen to like 2 videos. They're like 10 minutes long. So I'm getting ready to go to the gym and on the way to the gym. And then I listen to my audiobooks while I'm doing cardio. So I'm knocking like 2, 3 things. So I'm trying to knock as many habits as I can in the morning. And then after that, I'll go home, get ready, and then I'll eat my meal one, right? My breakfast of champs, which you guys see on my Instagram. That's getting me ready for the morning. And then, obviously I do what I have to do. The reason why I get up so early, dude, is because I have to prepare for game time. For me, game time is knocking. So I have to be mentally prepared to make sure I'm mentally ready to go knock. You know what I mean? And I have to make sure that I know I'm going to go get rejected, but I have to be able to handle those rejections.
I guess so people understand what you mean. We didn't bring this up in the beginning, but you are what do you like to call yourself? Because I don't want to give your title wrong.
I guess
my ass.
No, I'm a solar consultant, right? I sell solar.
Okay, so he's a solar consultant for Sunrun. Mm-hmm. So knocking, he's referring to knocking doors, soliciting business. Okay,
right.
So go ahead. I just wanted to say because people are like knocking. What are you talking about?
No, I appreciate that. So that's where everything goes to hand, right? The discipline for martial arts, being a 13-year-old training with these grown ass men from 8 to 10, and still have to do my homework and still have to do other sports too. And then, going from being a bodybuilder, the lifestyle, working 12 hours a day and still, dude, I was working like 12 hours a day and I would still go training in the night and then I'll still go do my cardio in the morning. Like, dude, I was disciplined, bro. Like, there was no way I was not going to do the job.
Like clockwork.
Yeah. So then, like, from here, it's like I kind of got away from that when I got in a relationship. I got comfortable and I believe that, you say like it's kind of hard to get back into like the rhythm of things. I went through that this year, bro. I didn't realize how hard it is to be this. Yeah. I let myself go, dude. I was bad. People don't really understand, dude, how bad I got because because of all the muscle maturity that I had, I didn't look out of shape. But dude, as soon as that shirt came off, bro, I'll sit down and my underwear fold. That was the straw for me, dude. That's when I said, fuck this. I am not going to be a fat slob and I'm not going to let my underwear fold, bro. I'm 27 years old, 28 years old. Like, my underwear should not be folding. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
Yeah. If your underwear folding, bro, I don't know. For me, that was a big thing. And then I had hamburger tits, dude. Like, I went from having like big ass pecs, with vascular and like my chest was up to like having hamburger tits, bro. I said, what the fuck? And then I had a triple shin. I took some pictures that I have and it's like, dude, I can't be able to let myself go like this. And it's so crazy because if it wasn't for bodybuilding, dude, I really don't think I'll be as good as I am with solar or the potential to be great.
Yeah, because that's where you learn the discipline that you apply into the job.
So for me, like, we only work, dude, as a knocker, a door knocker, I only work about 3 to 4 hours a day. But I have to get myself ready for those 3 to 4 hours. If I don't get myself mentally ready, I'm not going to have a good knocking day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because then I'm going off the fly. I'm not emotionally invested. I'm not ready.
Some of the world's most successful people have done door knocking, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
That's where most of them started.
Because, bro, like, you have to learn how to get told no, man. Can you handle rejection?
I think a lot of successful entrepreneurs either sold cars or knocked doors selling something.
Yeah,
you have to sell something to make real money, if we're being honest.
No, you have to. And then what's funny, bro? I remember you said this too. Like, a lot of people are no disrespect. I'm pro law enforcement. I love law enforcement. Like, I'm so grateful for them. But some people are happy with 10 for 16-hour shift. Dude, like for me, like that, like when people say, oh, you should just do law enforcement, or you should just do firefighting, or you should just do this, corrections and this and that. It's like, dude, you're insulting me.
Yeah.
No disrespect to them. No, like I said.
No, well, there's people for everything, right?
Right.
Like that law enforcement officer or that firefighter or that CO or whatever you want to, whatever business you want to talk about, or whatever career you want to talk about, they're needed in life. And 100% we're 1,000,000% grateful for them, right? But they're not made, or at least they haven't realized it yet, that they're not, that they haven't realized that they can change their career. What I'm getting at with that is that, like, we need a little bit of everything, right?
Right.
So it sounds fucked up, but the poor people, the homeless, they're needed too, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
Like, it's all part of life.
Right.
Like, we wouldn't have one thing without the other, right?
100%. We need oil field workers. We need all these people.
Now,
we need blue collars, yes.
So like with their career path that they chose, if they're happy there, again, like, happiness is at the end of the day what matters.
100%.
Right. So if you're working your job, no matter where it's at, and you love your job and you really can't see yourself doing anything else, then dude, stay there. And I'm fucking happy for you that you're happy.
Yeah, and I'll be your biggest supporter, and I'll root for you, man.
But 9 times out of 10, well, maybe not that many, but a good percentage of the time, people aren't happy. They're comfortable.
100%.
Right.
100%.
So comfort is dangerous.
It's a disease, man. So what I mean by you're assaulting me is because you're devaluing my abilities to do what I want to do. You know,
well, it's because it's like if you tell me right now, hey, I want to become a solar consultant, and I tell you, dude, why don't you just go work in the oil fields?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you trying to say? That I'm not going to be good at it, or what?
Right.
So I get what you're saying. So, the reason that I clarify it so thoroughly is because the public eye doesn't always understand it that way.
No, and I'm glad you did that, because you did a better job than I did. And like I said, dude, we need oil field workers. We need law enforcement. We need firefighting. We need correctional officers.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm so grateful for them. You
100%.
know what I mean? Like, we need them. And I'm always kind to them. I always treat them well.
One of my buddies posted on Thanksgiving, and he just put Thanksgiving dinner table. And it was his computer on his cop car. And I was just like, dude, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate you. You know, and it's like,
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, of course. Dude, you do some shit that I would never be able to do. Like the other day I was saying, to go to the military, dude,
right, military,
it takes fucking balls.
Dude, my best friend from high school, he fucking loves it, bro. That's him. Like he was made for that shit, bro. I think, like you said, from the day he came out of the freaking room, like, he was military, bro. And I have so much admiration for him.
He even walks.
He does walk like an arrogant prick, but I love him. No,
I didn't say that. I'm saying because most military people, dude, they even have like the posture, this straight up.
Rightfully so. You know what I mean? So
you should,
bro. Like, you're protecting us, bro. You're the reason why we have freedom.
100%.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but that's not me. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. Could I do it? Possibly, yeah.
Anybody could do anything.
But would I be enjoying it, to be honest with you? No, because I tried being an electrician, bro.
Oh, you did?
For like 6 months. I was an apprentice for an industrial electrician and a local company here. And, dude, I hated it. But my buddy who trains with me, his name is Keith. And my buddy who's in the Army, his name is Franco. But my buddy,
he even
Keith,
has a military name too.
Franco Gomez, dude.
Were his parents in the military?
No, his family is though.
Okay, because I was like, Franco literally sounds like a military name.
Yeah,
dude. I'm Franco.
But and I love him too. And then my other friend Alex Montes, he served in the early 2000s. So, and every Labor Day, Memorial, I always give him a call, dude. Like, thank you, bro, thank you, because, like, dude, without them, we don't have our country
for sure.
You know what I mean? But like I said, that's not me. But can I do it? Yeah, absolutely. But would I love it? No, because I had a good job, bro, as an apprentice. I really did making decent money. Wasn't paying for anything. They were paying for everything. You know what I mean? I could have grown in the company and I could have been successful. My buddy Keith is a really successful project manager. You know what I mean? But he loves it.
I got into a pretty big argument one time with some dude that I went to school with. He was a truck driver, and what they did was they would haul hay. Right, I think he still does that, and we're cool. We never but it was a pretty big argument because he told me, to sum it up, he said you'd never be able to do that job, and at the time I was selling cars, and car sales then wasn't as good as it is now in regards to income. Right now, it's crazy, dude. You can not know shit about the car you're selling, and you'll make over $100,000. Like, it's crazy how much car sales, how much because everything's marked up, and no one's selling at invoice anymore. So you're getting all that gross, no matter how much you sell for, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, well, at the time it wasn't like that, but I still made a pretty good living. I was a top salesperson for the first 4 months of the year, and then I quit, right? But before that, I was the second runner-up for Salesman of the Year. So I was doing all right, needless to say. But anyway, the conversation I had with this individual was that he was like, you'd never be able to do this job. And I said, why not? It's cool because it's fucking hard. And I was like, motherfucker, you look like me. Like, we're both big boys. Like, what makes you
better?
Well, yeah, how are you more capable than I? He's like, well, because you fucking can't. I want to see you do it. I was like, well, who's the stupid one that's working harder for less money?
Right.
And that's kind of where it got,
Right.
We were both, we were drinking and stuff. Yeah. But what I'm getting at though is that stayed really marked with me. The fact that he was like, you can't do it. And I was like, motherfucker, we're both human. What are you, Superman?
Right.
Like, I can do anything you can do, and you can do anything I can do. You might do it better than me.
Yeah.
But I can do anything you can do.
Right. Yeah. Here's the thing though, bro. You're going to get better.
But you get what I'm saying? Like it's another cliche thing that I said I didn't want to bring up earlier, but what's that stupid little quote that they say, like, if you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land in the stars, or something.
Aim for the moon, land in the stars.
Something like that. But it's the truth. Yeah. Like, if I choose you, Noriega says this a lot. I always choose somebody that I'm running after, right? Like I'm gonna bring them down. Or what does he say about?
He has a hit list.
Yeah, he has his hit list, right, of people that are better than him that he's gonna get to or be better than. Right? Same thing here.
Bro, he used to do that. Kobe Bryant used to do that. So, like, two things that I want to say. Like, one, like, there's nothing wrong with that. And, like a lot of people will tell me, oh, Nacho, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you. And I laugh because, like, dude, you're not willing to do what I'm willing to do.
Exactly.
If you're willing to do what I'm going to do, then, okay, I'm gonna look. You know what I mean? I'm going to look, oh, shit. You know what I mean?
But not right away. I want to see you do it for a year first.
Yeah, do it for a year first.
Because even if I do exactly what you do for a year, I won't fucking look like you.
No, but you'll be a whole different person of yourself. Right? And then you're going to be like, oh, shit, like, either I keep going or fuck this, you know what I mean? But one thing is, like, and I'm sure you can relate to this, is all my friends are better than me at something. I'm not the top dog in my circle, bro. I'm not. I'm because if I'm the best one, I'm in the wrong circle.
Yep,
you know what I mean? So everybody that I'm friends with and that's in my circle, they're better than me at something, whether it's finances, whether it's education, whether it's physical, believe it or not, whether it's spiritually, whatever it is, bro. Like, someone has something to offer that I can't do it. So I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna suck it in because I want to be better, and you have something that I don't have, and I want. You can
always learn something.
Yes, always, bro. So, like, just because you're my friend doesn't mean I don't want to knock your head off. And that's what's wrong with society, bro. Like, no one's competitive no more. Like, bro, I'll be your best friend. Like, I'll train with people, bro. But I'm gonna knock your head off, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and then after that, we can start being buddies. But until then, bro, like, dude, I'm here to fuck you up. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And then two, what I was gonna get with that too is, dude, when I was, the reason why I bug people who are better than me, or I'll shoot them a message, is because, dude, I'm obsessed with getting better. Like when it came to bodybuilding, bro, when it came to martial arts, I always stayed like a half an hour to an hour after the class was done. When it came to bodybuilding, dude, the guys that were better than me when I was coming up, because there were guys that were better than me that were winning when I wasn't even close to winning. Like, dude, I was obsessed with them. Like, I would follow them, like, what time they're going to the gym. I would ask them if they wanted to go to the gym. I ask them what they're eating. Like, dude, I became so obsessed that I would train around the same time certain guys would train.
Just so you can watch them do what
I could watch what they were doing. You know what I mean? And a lot of people aren't willing to. And, dude, I live in Lamont. So I would drive all the way to Rosedale, or I'll drive all the way to Southwest just to get better, dude. And a lot of people don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, even with knocking and stuff like that, like, I try to knock Noriega. He's better than me when it comes to solar, dude. You know what I mean? I tell him all the time, like, dude, you're better than me. So why am I so, like, butt with him? Is because, like, dude, he's teaching me something. And guess what? I teach him health and fitness, right? So I offer him something.
He doesn't look like it.
But he doesn't listen to me. And I tell him every time. So, like, you know what I mean? So it's, for me, it's like, dude, like, yeah, bro, like you said, I tell Noriega, I tell him, like, hey, bro, like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I mean? But as in right now, yeah, you're better than me. And guess what? That makes him work harder because he sees me coming up now, right? So he's like, oh shit, like, I got to step up my game.
He was serious, is what he's thinking.
Yeah, like, oh shit, this guy is really about it. You know what I mean? So it's like, like, people are just scared to call people out, and then obviously you got to do it in a way that's not disrespectful. But, like, hey man, like, just because that makes the other person better too. Like, when people train with me, like, I have a buddy named Ben, and he's stronger than me. So when I'm training, bro, I'm training harder than he is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I got to make sure my intensity outmatches his strength.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a game of chess. And people aren't willing to do that, bro. So like for me, you have to be competitive. If it's in real estate, whether it's in solar, like you have to figure out a way to be better than somebody else. And there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Like society makes it bad that you want to tear somebody's head.
Yeah, it's you said it earlier about sports, but I think it's just in general. Society in general has gotten soft. And everything is what's the word I want to use without offending people?
Oh, like what do you mean? I'll say it.
No, I just mean like everything is emotional now, right? Like you say something, like you said, like you try to call someone out competitively and they take it wrong, and now it's
They think you're judging
bumping heads, and
I'm not judging your character, bro. I'm not judging your life and your morals and stuff like that. But I'm challenging your skill.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm challenging is your skill. And if anything, bro, you should be fucking privileged.
Yeah, for sure.
You should be appreciated that someone's calling you out. You know what I mean? Because to me, when no one calls me out, I find it disrespectful.
And it's the thing that like amongst my sphere of influence that even a year ago it's changed, and 2 years ago it was different as well. I think it happens to everybody, right? Every couple of years you're knocking some people off and you're bringing some people on, and they don't even happen intentionally. Like when they say, "Oh, you got to cut that person off," you don't literally text that person, "Hey, we can't be friends anymore."
No,
right? But it just happens. They start to see the change in your habits and in your lifestyle, and they either. I said this before. I'm the kind of person that says, "Put me on," right? Like what are you doing? Like, especially financially, you're pretty damn successful. Can you teach me? Yeah. Can you put me on? Because I want to be financially successful, right?
Of course.
Right, and then there's the other end of this that says like this dude thinks he's fucking better than everybody just because he makes a little bit more money than us, and it's like, all right, think what you think, but if you want to exit my life, go ahead. Like I ain't fucking stopping you. I ain't even worried about it, right? But when your circle starts to change, you get that feedback from the people that are actually cool with you, right? Like I have friends that have told me what other so-called friends say about me, and it's like, dude, I don't even need that person in my life anymore. Like, you're too soft. And the reason that I bring this up, I kind of took a weird turn on here, but was because of that. Like when I started this venture of entrepreneurship, I think that my calling in life is to help other people, right? So like I was this is what we'll transition to this, and then we'll cut this off. But I think we all have an end goal, and if you don't have it yet, I think it'll come. I don't know. I barely had it like a year or 2 years ago when I started to have a little bit of success in finances and so in life in general, right? I had my son. My marriage got way healthier when I became. My mindset just changed, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
And so my relationship with my wife got way better. And when I started to notice that, I said, well, I can't be the only person that was struggling with the same thing I was struggling with, right?
100%.
So what I do is like I tell my friends, hey, dude, like, look, man, where you're working, like, trust me, I was at a 9 to 5. I did this, I did that. Like, come over here, bro. The grass really is greener over here. Like, I ain't just telling you. Like, I'm the guy here right now. Like, we're boys. We fucking grew up together. Like, we did all this, right? And then some of them came and tried it out, and they were like, it's not for me. Some of them came and they stayed. They're still there. Point being is that like that's the person I am. I'm the kind of guy that's like, I don't want to succeed alone. I want to bring my people with me, right? And so that brought me to my calling, to my actual end goal is that I want to be a motivational speaker someday. But not just that, like I want to be able to bring my people with me, right? Like start these businesses that I can have them running, because if I'm happy, you're happy, and we're all happy together. You're
giving them an opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. So, but then at the same time, you offer these opportunities to people and they're like, what do you think? I'm not fucking happy or what? Like, if you take it that way, dude, fuck you. Get out of my life. I don't fucking need you.
Yeah, so I agree with that 100%. If anything, man, as more successful, and I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even where I want to be, bro. But, as I'm getting a taste of it, my circle's getting a lot smaller. And I'm actually a lot more at peace with it and happier with it. But I'm like the same way too. My purpose here, and I always say it on Instagram, is to serve and inspire. You know what I mean? What I mean by serving and inspiring is I'm here to provide a service to the world. Here's my service. And by me being successful at my service, at what I'm offering, then I can inspire those around me to be the best versions of themselves. You don't have to join me in what I do because it might not be for you. Yeah. But hey, man, whatever you do in life, just fucking go all out. I'll use my sister as an example. I was in the slumps not that long ago. I lost it all, everything I worked for. It ran away with somebody. And I said, fuck, man, I have two options. I could either quit and continue the spiral effect, or I could say, the fuck with this, I'm putting my head down and I'm going to go ahead and break everything down from the get-go. What am I good at? I'm good at bodybuilding. I'm going to go back into bodybuilding because that's when I'm my best. When I'm disciplined, bro, I'm my best. I'm a best brother. I'm a better son and grandkid. I'm a better person. I'm a better worker. When I'm disciplined, bro, I'm my absolute best. You know what I mean? So my sister saw me go from here to here. Now she has her own business. Like, bro, like that's my year. Yeah. You know what I mean? My sister went from a serving job to a beauty, like lashes and facials and all that stuff by herself.
It's contagious.
Oh, dude, my sister picked up. You know what I mean? And she said, and I kind of turned my back on her because she was being negative towards me. And that's my own sister, bro. You know what I mean? So I turned my back on her. I said, you know what, dude? Like, I can't have you in my life because you're negative and you're bringing me down. I don't need you. I'm sorry. I don't need you. And she took heart to that. And sure enough, she fucking opened up her own business. You know what I mean? Now she has clientele. So it's like, bro, the only way to inspire people, I truly believe, is through your actions. Because I'm the same way too. Like, I'll tell somebody, like, bro, come join me. Nah. And I'm like, all right, then, dude, then stick with your
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, I guess that's where we're fucking up, is asking people to join us. I guess at the end of the day, all we got to do is just do our thing. And when they see what we're doing, that's the crazy part, though, that they see how crazy my life has changed in the last 3-4 years. And still, most of them haven't even asked, like, hey, dude, like, you guys hiring? Or not like we're, but you get what I'm saying. Like, because that's the kind of person I'm like, the guy from Wolf of Wall Street. Show me your fucking pay stub and I'll quit my job and go with you.
As long as you're not marrying your cousin, bro.
No. But I mean, it's like, that's the kind of guy I am, though. Like, shit. All right. Show me, give me a full thing and show me that I could be better with you.
Yeah.
And if I could be better with you, then let's do it. Right.
Well, maybe, I don't know your personal life, man. And you know what I mean? But maybe you eat some shit, bro. You had to. I seriously think you had to go through something in order for you to have that mentality and that go-getting feeling. Because
being broke with a pregnant wife and losing your job is pretty traumatic,
bro. I can't fucking imagine, bro. You know what I mean? I can't. The amount of pressure, and then the
8 months pregnant.
Fuck, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure. I don't know. As a man, you felt like you were a failure.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, I guess I said that wrong. I didn't lose my job. I quit my job to become an entrepreneur, right? And everyone kept telling me, hey, dude, like, slow down, like, save money up. And I was like, you ain't gonna fucking tell me what to do.
Right.
So I quit my job. I come into a new job and I go 3 months without making money and I have no money, right? So at the time I had a little part-time music thing and I was like, well, fuck it. I'll just play a little more hours and I'll put in some more work. And I was able to pay my bills and I made it happen. But dude, the stress you go through when you're fucking broke is unreal. Like, that's what people don't understand. Like, I fucking stress. Yeah, dude, get a little bit of money and your stress just automatically limits a little bit, right? Like, I don't know. This sounds like very cocky and like arrogant, but it's the fucking truth, dude. Like, bro, if all my bills are paid and I'm stressing about health, I mean, that's pretty stressful no matter how much money you have, right?
Yeah, you gotta be
But what I'm talking about is, like, at the time, I had no money and I was like past due on bills. Yeah, right now, like, I'm not the healthiest, but I'm all right. My son's healthy, my wife's healthy, and all the bills are paid. I'm not saying I'm a fucking millionaire, but I don't stress about money, right? And you know how much better my life is today than it was when I was stressing about money?
100%.
So that's why when people are like, oh, well, I'm happy. Okay, are you really, though?
You could either be, two things. I think, you could be either rich and happy, or you could be rich and you could either be broke and unhappy, or you could be rich and unhappy. And I'm gonna choose rich and unhappy. And I'm not rich. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Because money's not happiness, but fuck it, it does solve a lot of things.
Yeah.
It solves a lot of things.
So if you're in love with money, then you're not gonna be happy.
No, fuck
right?
no.
You have to be in love with life and have a lot of money. Then you're happy as fuck. But if you're not in love with life and you have a lot of money, you're still miserable. But money helps you solve your problems.
It does,
right? So I mean, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, we're here because we're money hungry, right?
No,
but I mean, I am. I'm fucking money hungry. I'm gonna become a millionaire, and I'm gonna do it. I don't know how long it's gonna take me, and I don't know if it's gonna be in liquid cash, but I'm gonna be a millionaire.
No, right, and I'm money hungry too, man, because I got a taste of it right now. You know what I mean? I got a taste of. I just bought my first truck, bro. You know what I mean? There's no fucking feeling. There's no better. Oh, thank you, bro. There's no better feeling than walk into a dealership and say, "This is what I want."
Yeah.
Make it happen. You know what I mean? And that motivated me to, one, it added more pressure to me because now I'm like, fuck, I got to pay these payments. But two, it's going to make me a better worker. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a good type of pressure. But yeah, man, like, but at the end of the day, bro, you have to want more, man, like for yourself and for your family. If you don't want more, bro, you're doing them a disservice. That's probably the best thing I heard in the last couple of weeks. If you're not the best version of yourself and you're not maximizing your full potential, you're doing a disservice to your family.
Yeah, for sure.
You really are, bro. And I think for you, if I could give you some word of advice, you know what I mean? It's time, I tell Tiger all the time, man, it's time to start taking care of the health. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, bro, we're Mexican and we have diabetes, we have cholesterol, we have high blood pressure, we have all this. We do have a lot of diseases with our bodies, bro. And if you don't start taking care of yourself, man, like, what's the point of having all this money?
Well, here's the deal. I've recently committed to 35 days of straight gym.
Yeah.
And fasting, not eating as many carbs.
That's good.
So that's step one. And I'll go ahead and check days off on my Instagram and keep you posted on where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's a start. But no, I definitely do want to get a lot healthier. There's things that happen in life that unconsciously change your perspective in regards to like health, right? Like, am I unhealthy? Yes, for sure, right? But am I dying? No. So it's like, it's hard to think like I need to get healthy now, but then you see somebody else go through something like that and you're like, shit, that could be me.
100%.
Right?
100%.
Or even, dude, what's always like a game changer to me is whenever I go shopping or something and I can't find my fucking size. That's usually what pisses me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fucking done with this shit. And it's happened way too many times for me to like sit here and act like it's the time that I'm not going to change it. I'm just going to shut the fuck up and I'm going to get to it and I'm going to make it happen.
And like we start justifying it. You know what I mean? Like when I was getting out of shape, and I'll cut it short here. When I was getting out of shape in June, July, when I was at my worst, dude, like I was like, well, I'm happy. No, I fucking wasn't.
Are you really?
No, fuck no, I wasn't. You know what I mean? But I think for you, I want to give a big shout out to Abe because you know who Abe is, right? From work. Like, dude, he just hired a coach.
Oh hell yeah!
You know what I mean? He hired my best friend Eric Frapwell, and
I've been asking you to fucking coach me.
I'm not a coach though, bro.
Well, you could be.
Okay, here's the thing. It goes back to this. Can I take $300 away from you a month? Absolutely. But bro, like for me, it's like it's not my passion, dude.
No, I was asking you to do it for free.
If I won't do it for $300, bro,
you don't need money, fucking asshole.
I know, but like, dude, like I think but the way I look at it too is I'm taking business from somebody else that's really passionate about that, and it's a lot smarter than I am, and they can offer you better service. You know what I mean? And that's the way I look at it. It's like, dude, I know what I can offer, and I know what this guy can offer, and if I'm gonna give somebody the money and somebody a better service, you have to go with that guy
for sure,
because he's knowledgeable. And ask Abe, dude, like this guy's like, oh fuck, I didn't think he was this smart. I'm like, yeah, bro, he's actually a coach. So like, do your 35 day and then get a coach, bro. Have some kind of. I have a coach. Have a coach, and look at me. Do I need him? No. But guess what, bro?
It gives you that push.
It gives me that push to get 1% better.
For sure.
So
go ahead.
So that's the thing I recommend. But everything accumulates, and I was talking to somebody the other day, and I told him, in order for me to be my best as a person, it starts in the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
It starts in the gym. If I'm not doing my AM cardio, my morning is fucked. If I'm not training late at night, my night is fucked.
I say that all the time. Me being at the gym isn't even about my physique, honestly. It's more about waking up. It's about getting my mind right. If I can go to the gym every day at the same time that I told myself last night that I would be there. Now I get pretty pissed off at myself when I'm not there on time, honestly.
Oh yeah.
And it's not because like, now I'm late to everything. No, it's just I didn't do what I fucking said I was gonna do.
You're not keeping your word to yourself, man. You know what I mean? And here's the thing, we talked about it earlier about what makes you go. It's like, dude, I kept the word to myself that I was gonna bet on myself. Here's
what I'm asking you to do right here publicly. You're gonna text me every day at 6 a.m. and I have to send you a selfie that I'm at the gym.
Yeah,
deal?
I'm a deal. I'm gonna add you on the group chat with me, Abe, and Edgar because I'm keeping those guys accountable too.
Okay.
So I'll throw you on there so we can go ahead.
What time did they go?
Abe got up at 5.
Holy shit, that guy.
Yeah, Edgar didn't. So I'm calling him out. But Abe did. You know what I mean? So I throw a selfie in there like, hey, I'm up.
Okay.
I'm up. So that way we can keep each other accountable. Because believe it or not, dude, if I see you guys doing it too, it's gonna make me want to go harder. Because like, fuck, if these guys are going, I better fucking.
If these fat motherfuckers could do it, I could do it too.
I better set the standard. You know what I mean?
So what do you think your end goal is, dude? Like, where do you want to be? Let's say 10 years from. Well, 10 years is too soon for an end goal, I think. But
in 10 years, I don't want to work no more.
You don't want to work.
This is my last job. This is my last job. Mark my word. This is my last job. I will not have a job. My goal is to get a home this coming year. I really want a home. I owe that to myself. If I could buy myself a home, dude, then fuck yeah, then it's a big fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then after that, then I want to buy a home.
Are you gonna be like Edgar and not use me as your loan officer?
Whoever offers me, hey, your buddies are hitting. Your brother's hitting me up.
No, he's a realtor.
Oh, okay, okay. So, but your brother's cool as fuck, man. So yeah, but yeah, sure, man. As long as you hook me up, take care of me.
For sure, bro.
You gotta take care of me. But my end goal is to have 15 properties, bro. I want 15
yeah.
properties in 10 years, and I'm gonna make it happen. That way, I'm not working anymore. You know, everything's paid off. I'm good. I'm chilling.
If you need a partner on that, let me know. Maybe we'll buy 30 instead of 15.
Whatever makes me more money, man.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Whatever makes me more money.
Well,
man.
Nacho, it was great to have you here, bro. We went longer than I thought. Maybe I got to bring you back. We gotta get more into detail about. We didn't even talk about Kobe. Yeah. Well, we did in the beginning, but really like what makes you love him. And you know, but it was a great time, and I think we need to do this a lot more. You know,
I'm down. Next time maybe we'll have a little bit of tequila on here.
Yeah, honestly, I've been saying that I'm gonna buy a bottle instead. I have those fucking waters right there, but yeah, no, that loosens people up, and you get to talk about real shit. Maybe next one we'll make it part 1 and part 2. So
no, let's do part 2, man, because I think I left a lot of things out, and like I said, I'm very privileged to be here, man. Thank you for this cool opportunity, and man, I'm ready for the next one, and hopefully people were able to take a thing or two from here and apply it to life and get better, 1% better.
Well, consistency, and you said discipline, bro. Consistency and discipline is probably one of the most lethal pair of what would you call it? Like, dude, I've just lost my train of thought like 30 times today.
They're probably the best arsenal tools that you could have.
If you have discipline and consistency, you could fucking demolish the world, bro.
Dude, and I was talking to somebody the other day, like, dude, right now we live in a world where a little bit of discipline separates you from the rest. Now imagine if you go a little bit more, you know what I mean? So if there's one thing that, you know, I was, you know, it's crazy, bro. Like I'm so obsessive with things. Like like the whole day today, I've been practicing what I was gonna say, and I asked myself this question, Nacho, if there was one word that you want people to think of you when they say your name, like if someone wants to ask you, hey, what's one word? If you were to describe Nacho in one word, what would it be? I want discipline, dude.
Discipline.
That's the word I want. If someone could say that, when I think of Nacho, I think of discipline. I'm doing my job, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm doing my job. So
cool, man. Well, it was great to have you on here.
All right, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Have a good one.
Like.